Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw aboard Windstar's Star Breeze. It's the newly renovated and expanded ship in the Windstar fleet, and they're going to do two more of this type of thing in terms of their motorized yachts. I'm here with Steve Simow, who is the Vice President of Sales, and we're going to talk a little bit about all the programs and training that Windstar has to make it easier for you to sell their products. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Steve, first of all, it's great to be on board this ship finally. I've been watching all the planning for this ship to come out with the stretch. I think you added a whole big section in the middle, and now we're aboard and we're getting a chance to see it. But we wanted to talk a little bit about your travel agent programs, travel advisor programs, I should say. Let's first of all talk about your Star Promise and what you've done, and first of all, what it is and what you've done to update it recently.
Yeah, thanks, James. And yeah, it is really nice to be out at sea again, isn't it? I mean, I think we've all been waiting for this moment, and it's just
thrilling. I know you love cruising and you love ships, and so this has really got to be a great return, right?
Absolutely, and it's, I think, for all of the travel advisors to know that we're back and that we're here for you. I think it's just really exciting, and to be on this ship to see all the renovations we've done firsthand after hearing about them, it's amazing. The Star Promise is definitely very important to us. We announced it some years ago, and it's really our commitment to travel advisors and to make your job easier in selling our brand. We're a small company. We don't have a lot of money to advertise, and so we rely on travel advisors to recommend our brand to your clients. And it's a way for us not only externally to tell you as a travel advisor that we're committed to you, but within our own organization, really, to demonstrate the importance of travel advisors, which are our biggest source of business.
No, absolutely. Now, have you done anything else with the relaunch of this ship in terms of adding to that program or doing other things with it?
Absolutely. We wanted to make it easier for you to sell us. And so what we decided to do was partner with a couple of organizations. First one was Branch Up, which is absolutely free to travel advisors, and that actually automates social media posts to Facebook, creating really just exciting opportunities for you to have easy promotion to your clients without having to do a lot of work. It's really just all automated for you. And then MailPound is another organization we partnered with, which really automates email for you. With one click, you can forward our promotional emails to your clients. So there's not a lot of work. We know you're busy. We want you out there selling and not spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to promote our brand.
So that's great. You've updated Star Promise and in concert with this ship. I understand you've also reorganized your sales force.
Yeah, that was really important to us. We really wanted to find ways to really help the community of travel advisors sell our brand better. And so we promoted Diana Rahm, one of our regional sales managers, to a director of field sales role. And she is now really leading the charge in terms of supporting travel advisors. We also took two of our really talented folks in reservations, Richard and Chad, and we've promoted them to new roles in our company called Business Development Representative, and more of an inside sales role. And what they're going to do, James, is they are going to go out and help home-based travel advisors, travel agencies that don't currently sell us, help them understand our brand, really create that sort of personal touch of a service, much like our crew on board our ships do. We've always said that our crew provide that personalized service, get to know you. This is a way for us to add to our sales team so that our sales force can also help our travel advisors in the same way our crew would work with our guests.
Well, that's great, and there'll be more. And of course, we'll still see you on the road too, right?
Absolutely. That's the other thing, is that we're a small company, and I encourage every travel advisor to reach out to me personally if you've got an opportunity, if you want extra support. I'm here for you.
Absolutely, that's great. Now let's talk about, we're on this wonderful Star Breeze that we've talked about for so long the last year. We sort of had delay here with the COVID and everything else. Talk a little bit about what has been done to this ship and its impact on your product.
You're on board. So if I'm telling you that something that isn't true, let me know. But I really think this feels like a brand new yacht. I mean, it is
Absolutely. It's been refurb. It's not just you've added a section in the middle, which is added cabins, and I just experienced the spa, which is much bigger. It's just the whole ship has been refurbished, right?
It's hard to really tell where the new section meets the old section, if you will. And so this was really a complete transformation of these yachts. You know, it was obviously adding 50 new suites on board, but every suite on board was touched. We have brand new bathrooms in every suite. 2 new alternative restaurants on board. As you mentioned, the Spa and Fitness Center is a new space. It's greatly expanded. The pool area of the ship is now a real focal point. We've got expanded teak wood deck areas. And really it has taken this ship, and now we really think we have the hardware to really truly enter this luxury space in a really new way.
No, and it is. You are, and I think with this ship, you definitely are in the luxury space. And you got 2 more to come. You got Star Legend, Star Pride, which will be rolling out, one very soon, and the next one I think later next year. I think, right?
Indeed. So the Star Legend comes out in September of this year, and the Star Pride will follow at the end of the year. So at the end, we'll have these essentially all new yachts again that I think will really be an excellent choice. And then they're still only carrying 312 guests, as you know, and
which is a little larger. It's a few more than you had, but it's still not that much in the end.
We're still very much in that small ship space, and we think that's what makes us unique.
Now, and you and I both had a wonderful meal last night at the restaurant. Was this basically tapas restaurant that was?
Yeah, Quadro 44, which is named after the address of the restaurant on the ship. It's actually in Block 44. Ships are designed into blocks, and so it's actually named after its address, like many good restaurants on land. And it is a restaurant that serves Spanish cuisine, and it was really far better than I actually even thought it could be. And it was
the wines and sangria was pretty good too, right?
Absolutely, gotta have that. And then Star Grill, which I think you'll have a chance to experience a little bit later, is the alfresco restaurant that we've created outdoors, and that's going to create some barbecue things, partnering with Stephen Reichland on that. And
I remember I was at the press conference with Steve Reichland, and it was I actually got his barbecue cookbook, which I'm sad to say I'm really not a good barbecuer, but it looks amazing stuff, and it looks like you're going to have some. We're looking forward to that because that's going to be later this week.
Absolutely. So food has always been very important to Windstar, and we've just had that opportunity to elevate it again.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about something else that you were doing. You have you really kind of work at distinguishing between your kind of motorized yacht class and your sailing ships, right? You have 3 ships like this, and you have the famous windsurf and the other sailing yachts. And how are you going to do that? And how should travel advisors be approaching that?
Yeah, great question, James. I think travel advisors inherently are a little bit confused as to where Windstar sits, because we've got these 2 different styles of ships. And I would say that the consistent thing is the food and the service and the small ship sort of yacht-like atmosphere on board these ships. The sailing ships are 148 guests up to about 342 on the windsurf, which is the larger one, and these ships are 312 guests. So they've got that same sort of small ship experience with that consistent food and service. I think the big difference here is on the Star Plus class. They're all suite ships, and if you have seen the images of these sort of standard suites, if you will, at 277 square feet, I mean that's a really large room. Right. And so when you have clients that are looking for that more upscale experience in a small ship, but they want the space of a suite, that's really where the Star Plus class really comes into play, because you've got that more space. At the same time, the sailing ships really offer an outstanding classic type of cruise, all ocean view, but again, you've got that sort of difference. I think the Star Plus class, because of the space per guest, is a little bit more elegant and more luxurious.
Well, definitely, and believe me, my suite is beautiful. I'm fortunately in one of the renovated suites, and I guess you've renovated everything, but it's repositioned. The bed is now near the balcony, the French balcony, I should say, and then the living room is as you enter. So it's a different kind of arrangement. It works very well.
Indeed, and so there's still, in the original suites on board, we have the original arrangement, and then you've got the flip-flop. So it really depends on your personal preference, where you want to be.
And of course, what I also heard that I was talking to your president, Chris Prelog, the other day, yesterday actually, when we were on board, he says you actually haven't ignored the sailing ships either. You've also renovated them a bit.
Yeah, we have been busy during this pandemic. I mean, you think of these ships as just sort of sitting around, but they have gone into different shipyards. They've all been really touched, and the Wind class really is truly shining as well. And they are perfect for these destinations that are outdoors. Like we have the Windstar in the summertime in Piraeus, sailing on these Greek Isles cruises, Wind Spirit year-round in Tahiti. I mean,
We all want to get back to that one. That's one of your most popular
yeah,
cruises.
these are the ships to be on in these destinations. I mean, they're the ships of envy, if you will. I mean, if you're on another ship and you see the sailing ship come in with the tall masts, I mean, you look at that and say, that's the ship I want to be on.
Well, I've been fortunate to have been on Windsurf, and it's an amazing vessel many years ago, but love to see it again. But this ship, just to get back to what you've done here, as you said, is truly remarkable. It really is a brand new ship with a lot more features and a lot more space. And I just experienced it in the spa, in my cabin, obviously in the dining. Now, is there anything else you want to tell travel advisors right now about Windstar today?
I would just say, please reach out to us. If you don't know us, we are here to help you. We are fully committed. My team absolutely is energized, and travel advisors, as I mentioned, are the core of our business. But we want to develop that even more. We've got tools that we'll put in place for you. We'll help you train your staff. But we want to be your small ship cruise line. So reach out to us. Don't be a stranger.
Now, where can travel advisors go to find more information about Windstar and also your travel advisor programs?
Yeah, so if you go to our main site, windstarcruises.com, at the bottom there'll be a little link that says travel agents. Just click on that, you'll get there. Or if you want a direct URL, it's advisorhub.windstarcruises.com. There you'll have access to our reservation system. You'll have access to an image library and a training course called our Star Specialist course. Just an array of options for you to learn about our brand, and as well as the ability to connect with our team.
Well, Steve, it's been great to be aboard. We're going to be on board the rest of the week here. I'm going to be interviewing other members of your team, including Chris Prelog, your president. It's great to be back cruising again, first of all, it's just amazing to be on the ship.
Thanks, James. And for you all, we encourage you to sail with us. We have found that the best way that you can sell more Windstar cruises is to come on board yourself and experience it.
And that's what we're doing right now on Insider Travel Report. Thanks again, Steve. And I'm James Schillinglaw for Insider Travel Report.